Hey guys, it's Monday morning here in the Philippines, so it is time for us to do our Monday premium car unboxing. And today we are doing a muscle car Monday from Hot Wheels. But with those muscle cars, I have a couple street rods involved too. So that's why I got this one car sitting here in front of us, because this is a permanent fixture of my diorama, but I've never showed you this before, and I've had a couple people in comments in past videos when the car's been in the background ask me what it was, where it came from, and such. So I'll show you that one first. It's kind of an added bonus, and then we'll be unboxing 6 other cars. So this guy here that you see in front of you in the matte black with the greenish yellow flames, this is Neat Streeter from the Real Riders series back in 2013, 2014, and it's very nicely done car. One thing, if you haven't noticed about Neat Streeter before, they never put windows in this casting. Since day one, when it was first launched back in the 70s, and I think it was called like the 36 Ford or something like this, it never had windows. So it's a very kind of not strange casting, but it's just strange that they never put windows in it. Trying to see if it had the original copyright year on the bottom of it, but I don't believe that it does. But anyways, I think it was launched in the mid-70s, because I think there's a blue one that has red lines on it, and it always said on the back here, oldie but goodies, and they used to have a rumble seat that flipped up on it. But anyways, this is one of my favorite castings of this car, or favorite variants of this car, because the wheel and tire combination is perfect for a hot rod. The stance, everything about the car looks great in this sense. So this is one of my favorite variants of Neat Streeter, and it just fits in the diorama pretty good. It looks like an old street rod that you would see from the 60s or 70s. So it's very suiting going down the road next to Mr. Norm's. So that's the first one I wanted to show you guys, since I've had people ask me about it in the past. And it's already been unboxed. I don't know where the original package went for that one. Now, the next one is also a street rod, or gasser, I guess you could call it, or pro street. This is the 41 Willys. This is a very cool casting. This is probably one of my favorites of this casting. They launched it in the main line back in 09, I believe. There was an orange one and a blue one, which also looked really good. But this one with the rubber tire combination and the wheel combination looks really good. It looks like a Pro Street 41 Willys. This is your Boulevard Series, the original Boulevard Series from back in 2012, I believe. And this was a very popular series. There's a lot of great castings that came from this series. And now they're doing this series at Walmart, so very cool that they brought back the name the Boulevard Series. So let's get him out. He's been opened before, as you can tell. Actually, this one, the blister kind of came off the card from storage. It was in a box, and the box getting tossed around actually knocked the blister off the card on this one. So let's go ahead and get him back out and take a look at it. And this guy usually resides in my display case with all of my race cars on the race car shelf, because it does look just like what a Pro Street Willys would. Still yet need to get to one of the RLC gassers, just like the new convention one they call Bloodshot. And then the original orange one's really cool with the flip up front end and the straight axle. That's the gasser look. This is the Pro Street look, where it's kind of slammed on the ground, tubbed. Front suspension would have probably been like a Mustang 2 type of front suspension. This one's more for leisure driving, not like the gasser. So the gassers are more all business. This is a very cool color combination. Charcoal gray with flat black, some silver flames, number 41 on the B pillar to signify the year. And yeah, overall, they did a great job with the casting. Wish they would have done some more light detail, like painted these headlights, painted the tail lights, but hey, not too bad though. As I said, overall, the stance, the car looks awesome. So those are the two street rods for today. The rest are muscle. And it's Mopar and Chevy. So, since all of these are old except for one newer release. The newer release I'll hold off on for a little bit. We'll go ahead and do one of the older ones first. And this is a car from back in, let's see, 2004. Motor City Muscle. This is a 70 Chevelle in like a Cortez silver with a black vinyl top and black stripes. This is actually one of my favorite color combos on a 70 Chevelle. That's why I know they would call it like Cortez silver. And then there's also the tuxedo black and the cranberry red and such from 70. This is the first year a 454 was ever offered in a Chevy. The first year for the 454 was in 1970. So you could have gotten this car in the SS package with a 396 or a 454. So let's get him out and take a look at him. And this is another cool series, but actually back in the early 2000s, the premium stuff was not made as well as it is nowadays. I know some people say they wish they were made like they used to be. Maybe referring to the 60s and 70s, yes, but the premium stuff we have nowadays is better than what we had in the past. Now, this is a beautiful car, don't get me wrong. Rubber tires, nice wheels, but it is just a plastic base. But the one thing I will say about the plastic base, at least the lights, like marker lights in the front bumper, are detailed. Then turning it around to the back, the tail lights are detailed. So, even though plastic base, they took the time to detail all the lights. And then you got the SS emblem on the fender. The paint job is done really nice. So, I mean, overall, it's still a beautiful car, just a downside plastic base, which I really don't mind that, to be honest, but some people do. They want die-cast on die-cast with rubber tires, but to be honest, this doesn't really matter to me. I do like this car. I think the wheels and tires look great on it. They look like the old ET slots. So, pretty cool tire and wheel combination on this Chevelle. So, that's the first Chevy. So, let's switch over to a Mopar. Now, this is also an older release. This is from the all-famous 2011 Garage Series. And you could see the Mopar emblem up on the corner because they had box sets like Chevy versus Ford, and then the Walmart box set that had Mopars, Fords, GM, Ferrari, and Volkswagen. So that's why they did this with these emblems to signify what little, like, I guess you could say subset that these were in. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, the 63 Plymouth Belvedere Max Wedge car. I have the red one already, but I had been looking for this one for quite a while and finally found it on our local online shopping platform. So I was pretty stoked to find this car. Very cool piece. Love these old super stock factory race cars from Mopar. Let's get him out and take a look at him. So here we go. It's like a pearl white with some gold flames. Hold Tight is the name of the car, and Plymouth decal on the quarter panel, and then the class super stock, I guess, is the S, and the S A. I'm not sure what the A is for. It does have a driver's name, but I cannot make out their name, so this could have been an actual race car. 435 horse on the front fender, the Belvedere emblem on the fender, Hot Wheels emblem on the quarter panel. So pretty cool. And then the gold striping on the roof is perfect. They used to do that a lot on the 60s super stock, especially Mopars, like the Color Me Gone, like 64, I think it was the Dodge 330 that they had, and then some of the other ones that had these stripes on the roof. This is like an iconic thing they did with a lot of these old super stock cars. And as I said, primarily I've noticed it on Mopars, so this is very suiting. Detailed tail lights and no detailed headlights, unfortunately, because the grille and headlight area is part of the die-cast chassis. But as we've seen, they've started detailing that no matter if it is part of the die-cast chassis, like on the Fast and Furious stuff that they're releasing this past year. They've done really good with detailing lights and things. But still, you get a really cool car. This will look really good next to the red one that looks like just your stock sleeper. This is done up in like race livery. So let's switch back to Chevy. And this is a very cool series from back in 2003. I'm not sure if this was a store exclusive. It may have been like a Ames or Hills or something like that exclusive. Motor Cty Classics, and it's in a PVC like clamshell package. This is another 70 Chevelle, and this would be your Tuxedo black. This kind of reminds me of the Chevelle from Dazed and Confused. The only difference is this one has silver stripes instead of the white stripes. This packaging is really cool too. As you can see, it's kind of like transparent to kind of give it that see-through look. And then they did it in like 3 different layers to kind of give the car, this car on the front is a 54 Chevy. But anyways, they did it to give it that 3D kind of look. So when I opened this, I was kind of really surprised to find out, like when I cut the back of the package, and I'll show you, but I had to take it off the screen for a second, that it's like multi-layers, like as you can see, like the one plastic, then you have your cardboard there, then you have another piece of plastic inside, and then another cardboard piece. So there's your other piece of plastic, your other cardboard, then another piece of plastic, and then you finally get your car out of here. So, overkill in the packaging to give it that 3D look. But, cool packaging though. So, here we go. The Tuxedo Black 70 Chevelle. With these chrome centerline looking wheels with the white letter Goodyear tires. Looks really cool on this car too. Once again, detailed marker lights, even on the chrome plastic chassis again. And if you guys know, the 70 Chevelle that they launched for the Fast and Furious set this year is a totally different casting. It's a new tooling. If you notice, like even the chassis is different. The stance of the new one is much lower than this one, and it has side mirrors in the casting too. This one I like, and the new one I like. This one I like the stance because it looks like a muscle car. It sets up like an old muscle car, so it looks pretty good. The new one though, I do like the slammed look too. Now this is to signify the series Hot Wheels 02 Motor Cty Classics. So pretty cool that they actually put that in the back window. So very nice car from Hot Wheels. So another 70 Chevelle there. And then the next one we're going to do is a Mopar from the same lineup of Motor Cty Classics. And this is a 70 Roadrunner. Very nice in that gunmetal metallic gray, black vinyl top and such. And then once again, 3D package. I kind of already showed you guys how this opens up, and what you have here on the back just gives you a list of the cars and stuff that they have in this series. So let's get this guy out and take a look at him. So here we are. And all of these cars, except for the Willys and the Neat Streeter, I found on our local shopping source over the past couple of weeks, which kind of happy to find some of these old rubber tire release Hot Wheels from about 15 to 20 years ago. So this is nicely done. Love this casting. Plastic chassis. Unfortunately, no detailed headlights or grille on it. Usually this comes with a metal chassis. Even the Super Treasure Hunt in the main line had the metal chassis. Even the regular Treasure Hunt had the metal chassis. So nice detailed tail lights, and same thing in the back window. Hot Wheels 02 Motor City Muscle, or Motor City Classic, sorry. But this also looks cool, like a 70s street machine with the Goodyear white letter tires, the centerline polished wheels. So it looks really good. Has the air grabber hood. So very nice 70 Roadrunner. So last but not least is a newer release from this year, actually from the past couple of months. This is one that I had been anticipating, but it's wrong. So that's the one thing I was going to point out. 71 Plymouth Gtx from Fast and Furious. The Fast and Furious never had a 71 GTX in it. F8 was a 72 GTX that Dom was driving. It was not a 71. A lot of things are wrong on this die cast just because they did not want to retool it slightly. Actually, they didn't even have to retool it. They could have used their 71 Roadrunner casting. Roadrunner and GTX, Satellite, Sebring Plus, all of them are the exact same car, just different trim. So they could have brought out their 71 Roadrunner, which had the go-wing and the front chin spoilers, and launched it and labeled it the 71 GTX, and it would have been much closer than this one. But let's get him out and take a look at him, and I'll show you the differences between a 71 and 72, which is subtle, but still yet, I mean, you can't really say that this car is a car from F&F because it did never exist in the movie. So let's get him out and look at him. So first off, the wheels are wrong, but still, that I can get over it. That's not that big of a deal because most of the F&F cars that they're doing don't have the correct wheels on it. But the marker lights are the big giveaway. Now this one also, they have the 3-section marker lights that would have been recessed. The 72s have a protruding marker light that kind of sets on top of the fender. The grills and such are pretty much the same. The tail lights are another significant difference. The other ones are all red, and then the bottom half is your backup light. They're not slotted like these ones. So the tail lights and marker lights are the biggest difference from 71 to 72s. Now this car overall, though, doesn't look like Dom's because his had the front chin spoilers and it had the rear go-wing. As I said, they could have used their 71 Roadrunner casting and it would have been closer. They could have even just put a different tampo on the quarter panel and called it a 72, but they would have had to have retooled the rear bumper parts. So I'm not sure how the 71 Roadrunner casting is put together. I don't have one in my collection to look at the moment. But yeah, that's the downside of this car because it's not the car from the movie. But overall, though, it's a fantastic car. I love the 71 Roadrunners, GTXs, and Satellite. It's actually my favorite B-body, one of actually my favorite Mopar overall, but the 71 and 72, love both of them. But this is definitely not the car that was in the movie. Wrong year, and does not have all the correct options, doesn't even have the correct hood. This has just a bulge hood, whereas his had the C insert like regular GTX Roadrunner hood. And when I say C inserts, there was a insert on each side of the hood that was kind of shaped like a C, and that's why I call it the C insert hood. So yeah, a lot of things that are not correct on this to be Dom's car from Fast and Furious, but overall it's a fantastic casting from Hot Wheels though. Detailed headlights, and then you have your detailed tail lights, and then they went through the part of like powder coating the metal chassis in black so that it had the blacked out bumpers and had that monochromatic look like Dom's car. So they went through that trouble. The wheels are close. I think the closest thing that Hot Wheels offers, so I will give them that. They did try. So it is a beautiful casting, though. I do like the car. I am happy to have it as part of my collection. That was the only car I bought from that series so far. The Charger I love too, but I have the Charger from the original Retro Entertainment series when it was first launched, so really I didn't want to buy it again because I opened them, so I would just have doubles. But anyways, yeah, that's my favorite car from that launch of Fast and Furious. So there you go, guys. There is your Muscle Car Monday with a couple of street rods, all brought to you by Hot Wheels from the past 2 decades. So Wednesday, we will be doing a recap segment on some Chevy chase vehicles. We won't really be unboxing anything, but we will be looking at some of our greatest Chevys from the past few months. So make sure you tune in for that. You'll see some Chevelles, some Camaros, and such. So that will be our Wednesday feature. And then during this week sometime, I will do another bonus on the mini GT cars I have. I still have the Liberty Walk BMWs to show you guys, and the Liberty Walk Martini R35. So those are really cool. So I will get that video in there this week too. So make sure you tune back in Wednesday for our chase car video, and then enjoy the beginning of your week, guys. If you have not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. Please give me a thumbs up. Please share the video. Tell your friends about my channel. So thanks for watching, guys. See you Wednesday.